What going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is ASAS Pixel Retouch Academy. My name is Pix. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to change background, how I do change my own background, because I get a lot of comments. How do you do this? How do you do this? It looks so realistic. Oh yeah, I'm going to show you the step-by-step procedure and how easy it is when you change background and make it look like a pro. So let's dive right into the tutorial. Now, the first thing you need to make sure whenever you want to change background, please take the shot and look for the best angle so that your background can match. A lot of problem we have is that we take the wrong angle when the shot in the wrong angle, and then we find it difficult to place the background. So you must have the background already before you take the shot. But in other words, you know, sometimes the clients will send a photo and tell you to change background and you don't know. You need to choose out of your large library of background and choose the one that fits well. But in today's video, I'm going to show you how to perfectly fit background. Not any background right now, because you have to do some trial by error. So let's go. Now I have this picture. You know, she's graduating. And one thing also is to make sure your background color, you can see that the background color is brown. Make sure your background also is likely the same color. So if you see it like brown, but this is very light brown and we have some brown color in it. So sometimes it's very hard unless you understand what color sterilization or color correction is. If you know how to do color grading, then background change wouldn't be a problem. So in today's video, I'm going to show you what all of that is all about. So let's turn it off and let's make a selection of this beautiful lady. So I'm going to select this one, go to filter, select. Let's go to select and call subject. Let's select subject. All right, so now that I have the selection, you can see Photoshop did a perfect job, and we have this little selection. In fact, we don't need to do a lot. Now I'm just gonna hit Ctrl J, which is the shortcut for duplicating. So Ctrl J, and now we have the selection. So that's one thing you need to do, Ctrl J. Now if you check, you're gonna see some of the lapses, and I'm gonna grab the eraser tool, magic eraser tool, and click. It's gonna go, and click. It's gonna go. Okay, so that's one. And if you have any other one, you can actually click. I don't want to click this one. Okay, we can click that one, and then we have this. Okay, so now we're going to make another selection, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. This selection we make does not have any shadows, and please, I really want the shadows, because creating shadows manually can take a long time. So we need the shadows of this image to show on the re-image to make it very easy and quick. So I find that one of the things that make background change manipulation longer, take time, is because we need to work on the shadows as well and some other parts of the image. All right, so you can also see that I have some lapses. Look at this side. So I'm just going to grab this one, eraser tool, and also click on that and click on this one. So we have that. Now let's continue. I'll turn it on. I'll make a selection, and I'll take the lasso tool. I want to select all of these shadows. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold down hit shift, and I'm going to start from here and draw to select the shadows. Let's select the shadows from there down, and then select this one down like this, and I'm going to leave it, and we have that selection. And same again, we're going to hit Ctrl J to duplicate that, Ctrl J, so we have this like this. Okay, so the next step to do now is to take this one. Let's create an empty layer. Now make sure you know where the hand is, because sometimes you create infinite background, but we need to know where the hand is, meaning where the wall touches the ground. So I'm going to take the brush tool, make sure the background color is white, and make sure the brush is very small. So this is where the wall meets the ground, somewhere here. So I'm going to just draw a line. Sorry, let's make the flow 101, and come here and hold down shift and we're going to draw a straight line like this. So that's where our background is going to, we're going to match our background with. So that's the point. Now I can turn it off and on. So let's go drag our background. Let's bring our background. Now this is our background. Let's turn it on, and I'm going to make it big like this. Hold down Alt, it's going to size. Now once it sizes, I'm going to hit OK. So let's drag it below this one, not below this one, and set it. So for you to set it, you have to move this around. You can see, so this is where the wall is meeting this ground. I'm going to drag it down here, and I'm going to hold down Shift and drag it straight out. And to confirm that, let's zoom in. So we didn't meet the ground, so already I'm going to drag it down a little bit, so we have it like that. Now I want this picture to be big, like she should stay in the middle and this part should be showing. So I'm going to grab this crop tool. I'm going to move it sideways, one like this. In fact, before we do that, let's move this one down. Okay, so somewhere like this, and it's okay. So now we select this background. Let's turn off every other thing, and we want this background to get to the down part of the image. So this is what we're going to do. Let's rasterize the layer, take this crop, sorry, not the crop tool, the Macquarie tool, which is this rectangular Macquarie tool. Let's make sure first of all the background is touching every edge, and it's touching this edge. Okay, so now take the Macquarie tool and draw out. I'm gonna turn off this one, and you know what to do. Go to Edit Fill. You're gonna fill it with Content Aware 100% opacity and hit OK. So let's wait till it fills it. So this is the result we get. Ctrl D to deselect. Let's take the crop tool and expand these to the left like this. Okay, let's see it. Okay, and now same thing, take the Macquarie tool down to the end, and then we're going to fill it. Let's turn off this one and then fill. Shift F5, which is a shortcut. Content Aware, same thing, it's okay, and Photoshop is going to do a good job with that. Alright, so this is what we get. Let's zoom in. We have this little patch, so that can be fixed easily. So Ctrl D to deselect. For us to fix that, I'm going to grab the Macquarie tool again, just select that small area, and then take the patch tool and shift it like this, balance, and leave it. So that's all. Now I can just do this one as well and shift it somewhere there, and we're good. Okay, so let's turn on this. So now we need to shift it to the middle. Please don't just shift only this one, make sure you shift this too. So I'm going to select this one below, which you can see but it's there, and this one above, holding down Control. So use Control to select the two, and now we can move it around. Let's move it to the middle, yeah, somewhere there. So now that we have it in the middle, we need to make it look realistic, and let's just take it a little bit to the left so this can show, and all of those stuff. So now that we have it like that, it's very easy. Let's take this one which we selected, this one, yes, let's drag it above. So I'm going to drag it above, which is our shadows. Let's say shadows. Now it's looking different. You see the color? So this is where color grading comes in, and color correction. I want to make these shadows as light as this background. So one thing we need to do is to grab the curve, and I'm going to drag it up. We're going to clip it to the shadows, that layer, so it's on top of that layer, and you're going to drag it up to it, you know, bright as that. So let's leave it like this for the now, and we can correct that later. So it's not still bright, it's having more saturation than the background. So we're going to go ahead, click on hue and saturation, and we're going to clip it. So we're going to desaturate it a little. Now we have the same color. Don't over desaturate, just desaturate it till you have the same color. So have the same color with the background now, and we're going to close it. Let's zoom in so you can see the same, only that it's actually very smoother than this one. So next thing we need to do, which is also very easy, please, if I turn this off, you can see how it's looking. So that's why. So let's just leave it. Now for us to continue, we need to double click to bring up the blending option, and I'm going to remove this from the down part. So by taking it down like this, so I don't need the white part, I need only the dark shadow part. So let's hold down Alt, split it, and drag out, and drag this one backwards like this. Yep. So let's just leave it like this for the now, and hit OK. So we have the shadows there already, you can see it. So let's make it very smooth. I'm going to add mask and grab the brush tool, make it big, make sure the foreground color, because the mask is white, make sure the foreground color is black, and we can actually hide some part of this like this. Make sure it's in 100%. Let's take it back to 12 and just clean. Okay, it's on 1, so let's leave it 11 and smoothing the edge like that, not too much. Okay, so once we smoothen the edge, we have no problem. Just gonna do it quickly. So now that we have it, you can see how it's looking now, a little bit shadow. So you can go inside again, the blending motion, and drag more out of it like this. So it depends on what you want to have. Let's leave it like this. Take this one backwards. Let's leave OK. So we have it. I'm going to make it small and clean it from, Ctrl Z, click on the mask, and still give some erasing. Yep. So that's the part you need to make. You need to start choosing. So like that, and make sure so you just need a little bit of the shadows anyway. So now we can turn on this one, and there we go with our little shadows. Just look at the difference. Okay, so now you can continue adjusting and adjusting and adjusting. So this, if we leave it, it's going to look like this. If we leave this, it's going to look like this. So that's the one that corrects the image. So now we can also go back to the blending option and keep adjusting the blending option till we have something we can go with. Okay. Yep. So sometimes it's actually better for you to look at it from afar, so you can see from afar looking actually real. So after a lot of adjustments, even we can actually adjust this one more. You can see after a lot of adjustments, we finally concluded that it should look like this. So you can see that the leg is not looking okay. So then you can actually come back and duplicate this one, and then you can adjust all of that. So now nobody noticed that. Okay, so this is how easy to change background is, and I guess you learned one or two things from this image. So see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is Acer's Pixel Retouch Academy. Once again, my name is Biggs. See you in the next video.